We're out here at the Willie McCool Airport flying field. I'm going to try some FPV flying. Hoping to get a 1.5 miles out of my quad, so I'm going to have a GoPro on it. And we're going to try this out. It's kind of busy today, I'll show you in a second, so hopefully it won't be too much interference. But we got the QX3 with a GoPro mounted on it, with the FPV camera as well. So let's go out there and kind of see what it looks like. Alright, so I got my fancy little carrying case with all my batteries and tools or whatever I need. Heading over to the field. Most of these people I know are pretty cool guys. And like I said, most of them retired. And a lot of them are actually leaving. They usually do leave. Sorry, I'm going to shake this camera. I might get up closer and then start recording. But yeah, a lot of these guys leave around 11. I don't know why, they just like to fly early and they take off. Well, let's go do this. Alright, got everything going. Just a small little patch antenna.
You have a good night.
Yeah, what's Gianna doing?
Alright, so thought I'd narrate this since nobody really likes to hear just the blades of the quad. So I'm going for distance. I have made this trip before with no problems, but now I've got my camera gear for the GoPro. I've got my FPV gear, is what I meant to say, is now mounted to the back instead of to the front, which I had it in the front because it was not interfering at all with the GPSs and all that. So I didn't really do a whole lot of test flying. I just put it all on the quad and we're going for a maiden as far as the new setup. So like I said, those, you can see those power poles in the far distance. That's just under, I mean just under a mile. So for right now, we're just going to try and get out to there. That's the main goal, hopefully with no problems. I love flying over these little patches of bushes because it does open up into a little wash, so that's something I quite enjoy doing. So right now, just enjoying the scenery, keeping the quad at full speed. Okay, I have no heads-up display at all, so basically I'm going off of a timer on my QX3 stock radio. And I set it for 9 minutes. This is running a 2200 milliamp battery, and it's gonna last me approximately maybe 10 and a half, but I set it for 9 just to give me a little pillow to get myself back just as a warning, so I don't want to have it go off and all of a sudden my quad drop. This is fun. I love flying over this. I always think there's water in here, right there. This just tricks me in my goggles, and I always think there's water, but after flying over it several times and as dry as the climate is, I know there's no water in there, so I just ignore it. I think it's just shadows or something, but anyway, through my goggles, it looks like there's water going there. Anyway, as you can see, I'm staying on the main, I guess you could call this wash. I don't know how it comes so straight out, but it's just a straight out wash. I do that just because that way if my quad does go down, I can find it. So I'm going to get some altitude here because I need to get up over the top of these power poles. Normally I'd like to fly underneath them. I have actually tested this theory because there's some power poles in another area I like to fly that are the exact same style as these. And it flies under them just fine, but I can't see through my fat sharks when I get this low. And right now I'm about, probably 3/4 of a mile out. And when I fly that low, my video goes really, really blurry. So the only thing that kind of is bad is when I fly over them, it seems to give me some radio interference. So it always shakes and bounces my quad around, but after a while, once I get over them, a block or so, I usually get my video feed back. Or not video feed, my control back. I never really lose control, it just kind of gets shaky. Alright, so we're going to get up over the top of them here. As you can see, I am losing my ravine, so now it's basically just going to give myself a little thing on the mountain there to just fly towards a little dark spot on the mountain. That's how I'm going to keep my quad in a straight line as best I can. Okay, so this is where I basically start getting a little shaky over the power poles. You'll see here in a second, yeah, right there. And this lasts for probably a couple of 100 feet. Okay, so my next objective, I've pretty much reached the 1 mile mark now. This quad is set up for 2,500 meters, so hopefully I'll be able to reach that 2,500 meters and make it back. So right now there is actually a mark, there's a road up here, you can't see it yet. I don't even know what it is, if it's a road or not, but it's got a little fence line and a road. I think it is a road. Anyway, you can kind of start seeing it in the top of the screen there. But if I can get past that, that's pretty much my 1.5 mile mark, and that's the 2,500 meters that this quad is programmed at. So it won't go any further than that. If you fly it in blue mode, which I can't think of what that's called, I think it'll actually ignore GPS settings. I know I've got a ceiling on it for 400 feet, and when I fly it in blue, it blows over that 400 feet mark. So I think if I wanted to try it in blue, and if I had a bigger battery, it would work. I could go beyond this, but I don't have a very big battery right now. I'm only running a 2200 milliamp. Okay, we're coming up on this line, and that'll pretty much be the end of it as far as this will go. And I someday would like to get this a bigger battery, and I think I would like to flip it into blue mode and see if I could get more distance out of this, or try it in my airplane. The airplane's got the wings, so it kind of helps glide. It doesn't use as much power. But there's a guy that comes out here in his quad. Of course, he can run like a 7,000 milliamp battery. He's got a huge quad. And he flies. He said he climbs all the way out to that mountain range, which there's no way. Okay, you're gonna notice my quad levels out. That means I'm right here soon. I am at the end right there. It's starting to fight me. I am at the end of my 2,500 meters. In other words, this quad is programmed to not go any further than 2,500 meters from its home position, and it has been reached. Now, at this time, I can turn the quad, but it will not come out of return to home, which means I've somehow all of a sudden lost signal from my DX7 to the quad. When I lose signal, it returns home automatically. Now, the bad thing about this is I am now at 2.5 minutes, and I need every minute, every second for that matter, to get home. This has happened before, but instantly, within a couple of seconds, I was able to gain it back. Now, like I said, I've kind of repositioned my FPV gear to hold the GoPro. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe the antennas from my FPV gear are interfering with my DX7. So it takes a second, and this is where I'm starting to get nervous. Like, I know that if I do not regain power back to my quad, or at least I should say control, it's not making it home. So was this a smart idea? Probably not, but I still had faith that this was going to work. At least I was hoping. Okay, for some reason it's shaking. I don't know why, because I still have no control over it. Here in a second, I do get control, and I actually get disoriented because I'm fighting it so much that I'm not sure if I'm even facing the right direction. So there, I think I finally get control back. Yeah, I do, but I get disoriented. I'm like, whoa, and then I realize the mountains are behind me, and I'm good to go. So there was another couple of 3 seconds I've wasted just getting reoriented. That's the right word. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward this because basically it does take a few minutes to get back, and nobody wants to see all this again. So, gonna get back past the power poles. Okay, so now I'm less than a mile back to home base. Slow it down here. Okay, so at this point I got probably a minute left, and I know there's no way that this is probably gonna make it because my alarm has already gone off as far as the 9 minutes. So I'm pretty much like, okay, well, I decided to stay high. Normally I drop back down to low altitude about this time, but I figured I better use height as a weapon. But as of right here, I realize I'm losing height, which tells me my battery is dead because it won't even hold the quad in the air anymore. So now at this moment, I'm just looking for a place to put it down. Now, if I would have been smart, I would have dropped it right here. Like, I would just set it down because it wouldn't have crashed. It would have been nice. But because I got this thick head, like, I'm going to get it over this ravine, because I didn't want to go down to that ravine because it's kind of a clipped off area. So I was trying to get it past that. And then once I got it past that, I thought, okay, let's land. But at this moment, I'm falling pretty hard. So now I'm just looking for a bush, but then right here I lose video, and boom. So the last 30 feet, I had no video, so I didn't even know how to land it. Okay, so here we go. Slow motion landing. I actually lost one of my bushings that supports the GoPro. I could never find it. And if you really look closely, you can see the bushing go flying off. Right there. There was the bushing. I guess if you want to slow it down. But anyway, yeah, my bushing goes flying. So anyway, the GoPro actually falls about 10 feet away, and that looks like a face smiling at me. Like, seriously, that looks like a monster. Two eyes smiling at me. All right, anyway, 5 minutes later, I do relocate my quad. The only reason is because I could hear it beeping.
No major damage to you, buddy. You get me in trouble.
No good. Done some repairs on it previously, but I think this time it's just ready for a new body. But I think for now, we'll just let her sit for a bit. I've definitely had some fun with it for the last month or so. That is kind of gnarly. Did a number on it. It went behind a ravine, so I couldn't find it. I should have taken my camera and recorded me walking up to it, but I didn't. Anyway, GoPro was found about 5 feet from it. Knocked off its little stand right here. But she seems in good condition. Let's see it. Where is it at? Got all my batteries in here. Such a small little thing. Hard to, oh, it's in my back pocket right here. Yeah. GoPro, good old, good to go. It was pretty protected. No damage. But it took a gnarly fall. Who knows how high it was when it finally decided to go out. 30 feet in the air maybe. Good to know that the
They at least protect those. Anyway, we shall fly again. Signing off.